do it. Go for it. Don't let nobody tell you that it's wrong. Don't let nobody tell you what you're doing is not right. Everybody got their own opinion about you. Everybody gonna have, some type of negative thought about you, about the things you do in life. They don't know what you're gonna be. They don't know your decisions. They don't know how everything gonna turn out. So you gotta just do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be scared to do it. Just go for it. Like, forget what everybody else talking about. Like, you can only see the vision. I mean, when I first started doing any of this, traveling, you know what I'm saying? Even when I first traveled, I think one of my first spots, if not second, it was probably Mexico. I remember everybody was telling me, don't go to Mexico, the cartel, this and that. Like, fear. Everybody always putting fear into your heart, telling you don't do something. People might mean good, you know what I'm saying, when they try to tell you, you know what I'm saying, it be their own insecurities, their own fears, and they try to put it on to the next person, telling them what they can and can't do. And, nobody can tell you what's going to happen. Ain't nobody God. You got to play your own God. You got to play your own God. You know what I'm saying? You got to play your own God. You decide the fate. You decide your fate. You decide everything that's going to happen in your life. I mean, I can remember when I first became an entrepreneur, started my own business, it was kind of scary at first, because I got fired from my last job, and it was to the point where I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to just go for it. I don't know what's going to happen next, but whatever happens next, I feel good doing it. And when I started doing it, it just felt right. It felt better than the 11 jobs I worked, because I worked 11 jobs. I can name all of them. It was Publix, Kmart, Winn-Dixie, Home Depot, Target, CarMax, 2 temp agencies, mattress firm, every day. And it was just more so of a micromanaging case, right? They just micromanage you, watch you, tell you everything you need to do. And it was like to the point where it's like, I don't want to be micromanaged. I work better working alone. I work better when I'm by myself. Don't have nobody in my ear. So me starting my own business, self-employed business, was the best thing for me. Like, it's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's not for everybody, but it was best for me. Because those jobs, most of them jobs, a lot of them jobs, they give me a hard time. I'm one of them just bullheaded people. Like, once I make my own decisions, it has to be that. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like to be working with people telling me what, when, and how to do something. So, after I left my last job, it was just kind of like, I got to just do what I got to do at this point. There's no looking back. So it was a must for me to do what I had to do. I've been self-employed for maybe 11 years now, 11, 12 years. But in totality, me starting my business has always been maybe 17 years. A little bit longer than that, but officially, like I say, 17 years, but self-employed, 11 years. And I love it. Like I said, I travel. It's still not the easiest thing, but the only thing I regret, but not really regret, I'll just say that I ain't gonna regret it, but everything is a life lesson, is a journey. But I wish I would have invested my money way sooner than what I was started investing, right? Paying attention to the markets, paying attention to, different investments I could have invested in. Getting into the market earlier, learning about these things earlier, companies and being able to invest in the different companies. I wish I would have got into that a little bit earlier. I got into the game a little late, distracted about the jobs distracted me, stress distracted me, people and friends that weren't on the same journey distracted me. They wasn't onto that stuff either, because it's like whoever you hang around is pretty much, like I said, your friends kind of like, it really kind of like tell a lot about you too. So that's why I say too, like friends, none of people's on that type of stuff. Like once you by yourself, you start to concentrate on what you need to concentrate, what's important. You got to cut overhead on a lot of stuff in life. A lot of people, places, things, like you got to start cutting overhead things you don't need, cutting out things you don't need, sacrificing the things you don't need. And a lot of that stuff went into like happiness that I thought I really, like things that I thought made me happy, but it really didn't. It was like a distraction, if that makes sense. So a lot of stuff was a distraction. But I wish I would have invested my time in other traits and other things that could have helped me to this day, you know, to get me further in life. So that's one thing. Like I say, jobs was pretty much a distraction because it really wasn't a career. Like those jobs was like more like when you're in your younger stage and you just trying to make a little money, you know, come home from the 9 to 5, go to sleep, you know what I'm saying, pay bills, and you back at it. And the only fun you really have is like on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I kind of wasted time spending that little bit of money that I could have invested on Friday, Saturday, and Sundays going out thinking that was what I was supposed to do. Because, you know, growing up in the household, you know, all you know is your parents paying bills. That's all you really know is them paying bills, coming home, paying bills. So when you see them doing that, you think, okay, this is what life is about. Going to work, come home, paying bills. You're not thinking about investments. They didn't, like, for me, my parents, they didn't invest in nothing. They weren't thinking about investing. You know, they were just thinking about going to work, saving, and paying bills. You know, and then all you knew was just them going to work, coming home. Nothing else. That's it. Paying bills. So when I got on my own, that's all I thought it was about. Going to work, coming home, paying bills, and that's it. And spend a little bit of free time just trying to find a little bit of happiness. And that's cool, but, you know, in the long run, like I said, you gotta have some type of investment, some type of funds to really support you as you grow older. And, you know, so you can live a better life. So after I said I wish I would have did with a lot of money I spent, even on, like, traveling, things like that, you got to invest your money. That's the number one thing, invest your money. But go for it. Like I said, man, just go for it. If you do this on your own, man, just do it. Whatever you doing, just do it. Don't let nobody, like I said, once again, don't let nobody tell you can't do something. You know what I'm saying? It's all a thought process. It's like me right now. Like, I'm traveling the world right now, doing all type of stuff, I'm learning all type of things, investments. I'm learning languages. I'm learning people. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting to know different people from different backgrounds. They telling me how they making money. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening and I'm trying to apply that to what I'm doing. You get what I'm saying? So you learn a lot too, traveling. You learn people. You gain a lot of knowledge from other people's journey. A lot of expats are out here. You get what I'm saying? I'm in Dominican Republic right now. It's a lot of retirees out here. It's a lot of ex-military people out here. You get what I'm saying? And you hear a lot of their stories. They tell you a lot of stories, where their upbringings and where they came from and how they made money and the obstacles they went through to get to this point. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little younger than them, but they wonder how I get out here. They like, man, how you able to be out here? You ain't 50, 60 years old. You ain't retired, is you? And I'm like, no, I'm not retired. They like, how you out the country like this? And I'm like, I'm self-employed. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to work from online, from home. I got my camera. I've been doing this for the longest, videography, YouTube. So, you know, I'm able to work remotely. You get what I'm saying? I'm able to make moves and travel and go shoot videos and, you know, self-employed work. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to do all of that. You get what I'm saying? So, but I pick up fast. I pick up fast from different people. You know what I'm saying? You got to listen to people and their stories and how they invest their money and where they put their money at. Because as the time goes on, people will tell you where they put their money at. You get what I'm saying? You got to understand, people will tell you where they put their money at. They'll tell you, people openly tell you what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do this and this is how I do. You got to just listen and pay attention and pick up from that. So I learned a lot from picking up from people. You know what I'm saying? Even retirees, and they'll tell you about their stories and how they missed a lot of their life working at a job. And, you know, but it's like they still complain too because they're still not even getting paid enough from you know what I'm saying, retirement funds and stuff like that. So they're looking for other ways to make money also. You know, older folks are looking for other ways still to make a little extra bag, extra money, especially in these times. You know, it's still kind of like people still are searching for new ways to develop, you know, how they get money, you know what I'm saying, where to invest their money at. So, you know, It all starts from just the idea. You know what I'm saying? You got to have an idea of what you want to do in life. That's basically what it is. You know, once you develop that idea, you got to plant the seed. Once you plant the seed, it's like there's no looking back. Like, you got to just keep going. You got to keep going. You can't listen to everybody else and them telling you what you can and what you can't do. Because it's like I said, you can't be around those folks that deter you from what you do is best for you, what you comfortable doing. You know, everybody else not going to be comfortable doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I travel, so it takes time to develop different tools to help you along your journey, to help your business, to, you know, it's self-development. Right now, we in the stage right now, it's all about self-development. You know, picking up tools, new ways to do something, to maintain a lifestyle you want to build. But at the same time, you got to understand, too, whatever lifestyle you build, you're going to have to try to do everything you can to maintain that lifestyle. So you also got to be careful of what lifestyle you build for yourself. That's why I say if you got a overhead that's, you know, you got to pay this amount of rent, you got to spend this amount of money on food, or you got to take care of these expenses, you got to understand you got to keep making that every so many months or whatever, right? You know, you got to sacrifice a couple things, you know what I'm saying? But you got to understand, sometimes you don't need all that stuff. Just cut overhead, keep saving until you get to a point where, you know, this is the lifestyle I could live, and you can do that for however many more years you want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Get to a point where you got enough funds saved where you be able to live a lifestyle where you like, okay, I can be able to do this for 5-10 years without doing so much. You get what I'm saying? And it all start with a thought. Like I said, it all start with a thought process, man. As long as you remain focused, doing what you're doing, that's all that matter, man. Like, you got to see the vision. I'm talking about every day. You got to really vision everything you want to do every single day. It shouldn't be a day go by where you don't think about the things you want to do. It shouldn't be a day go by where you don't envision where you want to be. It shouldn't a day go by where you don't really plant that seed every single day. I'm talking about if you got to watch certain things on TV, keep watching those things. Whatever you pay attention to, you develop. You know, and whatever you pay attention to, your mind really develops these things. Like, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you focus on every day, that's what's going to evolve in your life. Like, I've seen that plenty of times in my life, right? With the bad things and the good things. When I focus on the bad, I see the next thing you know, all the negative things start happening, right? You got to look at the mind like a bowl. A mind is like a bowl. Whatever you put in that bowl and you stir up, that's all you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? It's like a chemical reaction. It's like science. You know what I'm saying? It's like chemistry. It's a chemical reaction. Look at your mind like a bowl. Whatever you put inside your mind, whatever you pay attention to every day, that's what you can. That's your world. That's what you stir. That's what you pretty much stir up. You know what I'm saying? That's what you cooking up in your life. So you really got to pay attention and focus on the things you really want to evolve in your life. You know what I'm saying? You got to get rid of the negativity. If you want positive things to happen, you got to focus on the positive things. You got to focus on these things every single day if you want it to evolve. If you see yourself in another country, staying in a beautiful place, a condo somewhere, and being able to afford these things, you got to focus on that. First, start off small, do it. Save enough money for yourself, do it. Get the experience. Once you get that experience, it becomes a part of your life. Now you like, oh, I can do this. I can see myself doing this for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? You got to actually see it. If you don't see it and experience it for the first time, you got to get a little piece of the experience first. When you don't get a little piece of experience, but you hoping and wishing for something, it'll take longer. Not saying it's not going to happen, but it'll completely take longer. So you really got to focus on these things every single day. If you don't remain focused, the longer you focus on something, the faster it happens. It's like it's the vibration of things, right? Everything is vibration. The more and more you look at something, you focus on, the more and more you learn about it. The more and more you get in tune with it. The more and more you see it happening. You get what I'm saying? I seen this happen. I seen me overseas. I've been traveling for the longest, but I remember one point in time, I was like, damn, I don't know if I'll be able to do this. Like, I don't know if I could be able to do this for a long period of time, right? It was like out of my mind of me being able to do it for a long time. I mean, when I first traveled, I was like, man, this is cool. I wish I could do this for a long period of time. It didn't really click in my head that it was gonna happen, right? I've been overseas for like over 2 years now, on and off, but it's like for 2 years now I've been overseas in a particular area that I really didn't see myself actually doing, but I'm doing it. It's happening. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to continue to evolve. It's going to continue to grow. I'm going to continue to build and learn new lessons and learn new personalities and new people and new ways of life and, you know, languages. Like I'm learning Chinese right now. You know what I'm saying? I plan on going to China soon one day. You know what I'm saying? I speak a little Chinese. Ni hao wo jiao Chris. Ni jiao shima ming zi. Hang gao shener shini. Wo hang kwai yao che chungwa. Ni la zenali. Ni la zenali. Ni ting de dongma. Ni ting de dongma. Ni si wan shir shima. Ni si wan shir shima. What did you eat today? You know, it's all type of things, man. I don't, man, listen, man. That Chinese gonna start off just a few phrases, a few words. You know what I'm saying? Algunas palabras. You know what I'm saying? Gracias vine aquí. Gracias a todo el mundo vine aquí mi canal. Budget 727. Hacer seguro tu me gusta al button. Presiona me gusta al button. Me moviendo todo el mundo. But listen, man, all I'm trying to say is, listen, it's a lot of things I'm learning, bro. I'm learning a lot of languages, people. I'm enjoying my time, bro. Just learning new things out the country, bro. Learning new investments. You know what I'm saying? It's just wonderful when you just focus on something and then it continues to evolve to a point where you never thought you would get to that point. You know what I'm saying? So it's amazing, like I said, to just see things in your mental. Continue to put the things in your pot, in your mind, every single day. You know, you got to block out every distraction. Some things ain't meant for you. You got to block out every distraction. You know, some things ain't for you. You got to block out every distraction. You really have to starve every distraction. You know, people going to come around you because most of the time, like I said, some people are distractions. Some things in your life are distractions. But it's up to you to realize and have discernment of what's distractions when people come in your life. Sometimes people, like I said, detour you away from everything you're going through. People can sense your vibration. People can sense your journey. They can see it in you. Like when you talk about certain things in life, people tend to like gravitate towards that. And they could be there for the wrong reasons or the good reasons. But you have to have discernment to realize when somebody not for you and their distractions, they there to really tear down everything you got going on. Right? It could be like like I said, it could be something you fiend for, a person, and you can't override those desires, and you tend to let it get in the way. You really gotta learn how to have self-control over your desires and your wants and things like that. Because it can come in and tear down the whole ordeal of what you was building. You know what I'm saying? Tear down the whole structure, everything you was building, the building. You know, they can set fire to everything you work for. So you really got to maintain your emotions and maintain your thoughts and realize, you know, what's helping you out and what's not helping you out. You know what I'm saying? Keep going, man. Just keep going, keep building. Like I said, I mean, when I first started this journey, man, it was just kind of like, you know, what am I doing? Where am I going? You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of downs, you know what I'm saying? A lot of moments where I didn't think I could get out of that moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm steady building. It's not over. You know what I'm saying? But like me doing this YouTube thing, like me doing the YouTube stuff, like I remember when I gave up on YouTube once upon a time, I gave up on YouTube and just completely just started going hard at my video work. But I came back around to YouTube. And it took me like just a couple months to get back monetized and start making money. Like in my second month, I made over $1,000 on YouTube in my second month, yo. Like $1,000 in YouTube in my second month, yo. I never thought like it would be that easy. Like I'm not saying it was easy, but I never thought it would come that fast. I can just imagine the next couple months how this gonna grow. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see me making $5,000 a month, 10 grand a month, 15 grand a month. Like, that's what I know is going to happen in the next couple months. Like, for a fact. I know I'm gonna make that much. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if I could do 1,000 in the second month, man, I know just give me 2, 3, 4 more months. I know I'm gonna start making 5 grand, 10 grand, 15 grand. Who knows? You know, it could be more than that. It could be 20, 30 grand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see that happening. I can see my lifestyle just developing. You know what I'm saying? Every year from now, because I took the chance to actually go and just do this stuff. Like, I took the chance. It's chances. Like, people don't understand your background for some of this stuff. Like, you got to take chances. You really got to just, and that's what, like, it comes with, like, sacrificing certain things in your life, that cutting the overhead of things in your life that you need to just let go. Everything is not meant to move you forward. Some things are meant to hold you back based upon what you think happiness is. You know what I'm saying? It's based upon what you think happiness is. We tend to hold on to a lot of things in our life that we feel like, oh, I can't let this go right now. If I let it, we try to hold on. It's like luggage. It's like bad luggage. Like, you can't take everything with you. What's the saying? It's easier for a camel to fit through an eye of a needle than a rich man to enter the kingdom of God. Like, you got to understand, you got to let go of certain luggage to get through certain doorways, to start going through certain doorways you envision. That's different realities. Sometimes we go down one reality. You know, we carry so much with us. You know, that's emotionally, mentally, physically. We carry so much with us, but that comes from what we gained in life. And sometimes we're scared to reset. And that's what it is about life. Sometimes you just got to reset. Sometimes you got to let go of the things that you build in life. You know, like I said, once again, emotionally, physically, mentally, certain mind frames, the way you think, certain feelings, trauma that's built up, you know what I'm saying? Lessons in life, you know what I'm saying? Physically, you know what I'm saying? Maintaining certain, ways of life, how we eat, the things we drink, you know what I'm saying? Everything we absorb, you know what I'm saying? Lifestyle, like I'm saying, the things we do in everyday life. You have to learn when to let things go and start back over. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to start back over. You know, to build a whole new lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? When you fall and you want to do something new, or you know what I'm saying, you want to do something and try something new, and you don't see the longevity in what you're doing now, sometimes you just gotta let it go. You gotta let that go, man, and start over. And then the people around you, they don't want you to let certain things go in your life, because they like, you finna be a whole new person. And then now that they can't relate to it, they like, I don't know this person, who is this person? They can't relate to you anymore, because now you want to start over. You want to do what's best for you. You know, you holding on to those things when people normally see you doing or being, and the people around you, they're not going to let you do that. They're going to be like, you tripping. Why you want to do this? No, come back and do this and do that. They don't want to see you change and evolve. Because they can't put you in a box, put you in a certain perspective and know how to talk to you and know how to handle you. You know, it's like a puppet. People want to know how to handle you and know how to talk to you and know how to control and mold you, you know what I'm saying, by what you tell them and what you know what I'm saying. It's different things like that. But a lot of the stuff, like I say, once again, distraction from what you really want to be in life now. So like I said, whatever you see, you have to change your surroundings, your environment. You got to understand what you want to be in life. If you don't really understand what you want to be in life, you got to understand what makes you happy. That's the basic thing right there. What makes you happy? And you got to understand it has to be, something that makes you happy in longevity, not just for the moment. Because, things come and go for the moment. You're going to be happy in that moment, then you're going to be looking for something else. And it's simplicity. Sometimes life is just what simply makes you happy. It ain't really about, all of these things you got to build. And like I said, once again, hold on to. Simplicity is something, like I say, some people, ignorance is bliss. Some people don't really want to know so much or do so much to be happy. Some people just be happy in a certain way of life. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, man, if you got a dream or something you want to go do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody tell you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's different realities out here every single day. People change their reality. People change their mind frames. Don't think, some people just stay in that certain mind frames and never evolve. And they're good in that mind frame, whatever they're doing at that time. But like I said, don't be scared to change up things in your life. Letting go certain things. Don't be scared to change up certain things in life. Don't be scared to let go certain things in life. You know what I'm saying? So, Yeah, man, I'm in it right here. I'm gonna come out another video. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all know what time it is. @Bud727. Let's go. Keep chasing your dreams. Key.